lit. Right behind me was Skipper Dan. I'm looking for Avery, party of 3. Avery, welcome aboard. Watch your step right there, please. Skipper Dan will grab those tickets from you. Henry, party of 2. Henry, welcome aboard. Watch your step right there, guys. Crystal, party of 2. Crystal, welcome aboard.
No, we are going on board.
Ellie, party of 2. Ellie, welcome aboard.
They have a big party there.
Mohammed, party of 6. Mohammed, party of 6, welcome aboard.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I've got a party of 6.
हम पीछे बैठेंगे हम पीछे बैठेंगे
या हम सबसे पीछे बैठेंगे ना हमारी Already 4 here.
Yep.
4 here and 2 over
That's
there.
correct.
Okay, अंदर आ जाओ पीछे. हाँ, sit here.
मामू के साथ हो जाओ.
Take them under the waterfall.
I hate to tell you, folks.
Don't tell me right now.
What?
He's not a good driver.
What driver?
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dan. I'll be your skipper and your announcer here for the tour. And we're currently on Lake Osceola. Now, Lake Osceola is named after a famous Seminole Indian warrior. In fact, the Seminole Indians used to spend their winters along the shorelines of these lakes. Now, the lakes are freshwater lakes. They're nice and fresh. We just changed it this morning. However, most of the water comes from the runoff. Now, to my far right, the lake makes a cove there, and that's referred to as Alligator Cove. Not too long ago, all 6 lakes alligators used to meet in that area in the springtime in the mating season. This was very alarming for folks with small children and pets, so they got the Commissioner Wildlife Services in there. They removed 150 gators, relocated them into the South Florida Everglades. Had a young lady on board from South Florida. On hearing that announcement, her comment to me was, "Thank you very much," as all they need is another 150 alligators to deal with there. Don't blame her one bit. Now, directly in front of us is an estate under construction. Been working on that for about a year now. It's one of Florida's larger estates, 43,000 square feet of living. Been working on that for about a year. Only see about half the estate at any one given time. Behind that big plywood wall, there's a series of hallways and rooms. And here we are, we're going to enter into the Venetian Canal, 7/10 of a mile long. And it's a very crooked canal. And it's going to be my challenge to try to drive through there without bumping the boat. Now, the reason these canals are so crooked is these lakes have always been connected by swamps. So back in the 1880s, they didn't have the nice equipment they do nowadays. They simply dug out the deepest part of the swamp that drained the swamp, gave them a crooked canal. very little outside help. Spanning the Venetian Canal. Purple leaf plant on the left of the canal. These are called Hawaiian ties. Hawaiian ties on the left. Bridge in front of us is the Paparazzo Bridge. It goes occasionally. I get very close to the right and left side of this bridge. So if you're sitting along the side of the boat, you may find it necessary to lean in towards the center of the boat. Headers hurt.
What happened?
Nothing.
On the boat?
Just crossing under the bridge.
So I'm going to go.
Sana banana देखो लगे बेटे बच्चों की तरफ देखो
250 acres in size, 30 feet deep at the deepest point. At the far end of Lake Magnet, they have a dam that controls the level of water of each lake, and this water will eventually end up in the Atlantic Ocean via Jacksonville, Florida. Quite a trip ahead of itself against Lake Magnet. The park on my right is a 17-acre public park, Kraft Azalea Park. Mrs. Kraft loves the azaleas dearly. See the azalea bushes under the trees. These come in bloom around mid-February for a month or so. And they have a number of outdoor weddings at this park. Heartwarming event to witness. Often during the ceremony, or turn around and wave to the tour boat as we motor by. Alabama Drive on my right starts off at the Palmer Avenue Bridge. We duck underneath, makes a 2-mile loop, and Alabama Drive reconnects back to Palmer Avenue just around the corner there. Every once in a while, folks will buy an estate, tear it down, and they fill the lot up with their own design. That's what went on in front of us. Red Tower Group Estate took me a year and a half to build it. He retired as his owner when he passed away in the 60s. He amassed a fortune of over $600 million. Good portion of that went to the charities and art. In front of us, another large estate, 24,000 square feet of living, 13 central air conditioners of that estate. The original owner of that estate was Horace Grant, one of the past players for the Orlando Magic basketball team, their private home now. Now when Horace Grant was living there, often he'd wave to the tour boats as we motor by, and he's on his jet ski. Alongside of us, have a little chat, and I tip my hat to his geniality, a State, tear it down, and they filled the lot up with their own design. That's what went on in front of us. Red tile roof estate. Took me a year and a half to build it. Several years ago. Exceptionally large estate with a really high ceiling. On my right, a nice example of Art Deco architecture, or excuse me, Venetian style architecture. Tom Hanks did an HBO movie production there called Earth to the Moon. Mini TV series about the early American space effort. Of the 2 weeks on location at this estate, this home was shown for only 44 seconds. Approaching is a little bridge that gives only land access to the Isle of Sicily. This used to be a swamp, and the city went apart, put sandbags around the swamp. They dredged up Lake Maitland, filled it in nice, and 11 really nice estates were built there. The reason this is called the Isle of Sicily is because the dredging vessel used to create this property was called the Isle of Sicily. This is a peninsula. It used to be under orange groves. Originally belonged to Mr. Archibald Bush. Mr. Archibald Bush started off as a bookkeeper at the Scotch Stationery and Company, and he knew how to invest money. When he retired from the Crean Company, he retired as its owner. When he passed away in the 60s, he amassed a fortune of over $600 million. Good portion of that went to the charities and art. Directly in front of us, another large estate, 24,000 square feet of living, 13 central air conditioners of that estate. The original owner of that estate was Horace Grant, one of the past players for the Orlando Magic basketball team, their private home now. Now when Horace Grant was living there, often he'd wait for the tour boats as we motor by, and he's on his jet ski, he'd go up alongside of us. Avenue Bridge. Please be mindful on the right and left side. Headers hurt. Low bridge. Approaching on my right, Hawaiian High, purple leaf plant there, Hawaiian High. Here we are approaching the place Osceola. Mr. Rogers of the children's TV program, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, graduated from Rollins College, and while attending Rollins College, he lived in a brick estate with a green ivy on it, so perhaps we're seeing the for real Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood of long ago. Approaching on my right is an old boathouse there. This is all that's left of the old Seminole Hotel. They used to occupy the grounds here. The hotel was built by some of the fire craft. So they closed the hotel down. And then before the street on the hill, which is nice of the architect, where all had the view of the lake. The new owners came in, had the workshop around the corner, enlarged the windows in the front, resurfaced the original light brown sandy beach there to the white sand. Now approaching on my left is the His and Hers boathouse there. This is part of the Brewer estate. Now, Mr. Brewer would come down from Cortland, New York, buy lumber for his horse, wagon, and buggy business there. Fell in love with the Florida winters. Tried to get his lovely wife to come down. She wouldn't have any part of leaving her beautiful estate there. Mr. Brewer got the plans out, made an exact copy, and here it is. 23 rooms, 9 bathrooms, 2 kitchens, I like that, the ballroom upstairs, and yes, Mrs. Brewer did come down to enjoy the Florida winters. Now the estate up in Cortland, New York, I'm sad to say, no longer in existence. Last used as a fraternity house there, it did not fare as well. Private home now. Next door, I've been told that's CVS's winter home. Well, they build their drugstores next door to each other. Think they ought to live next door. I don't think that's the case. Where we see the sandy beach on my right, this is one time the Sinclair automobile oil manufacturer's winter home. Sinclair was bought out in the mid-70s by the British Petroleum, the BP stations. And Here we are, we're going to enter into the Fern Canal. Fern Canal is about 1/8 of a mile long. It's around 3 or 4 feet deep. Now these canals were originally dug back in the late 1880s for a logging effort here in Winter Park. The logging effort was concluded in the early 1900s, and the city of Winter Park now maintains the lakes in the canal, presenting the Fern Canal. Calcutta bamboo on the right. Also on the right, please enjoy the 150-year-old live oak tree. Over on the left here is the loblolly, 90-year-old loblolly pine tree.
150 साल पुराना है वो रखनी का है मॉडर्न 150
Up in front of us is the reason why we don't have tops on our boats. We wouldn't have them on very long. In fact, at high water, we actually have to bend over to keep our heads from hitting the bridge. Yes, folks, we're at high water. Low bridge, everybody down. Sit down, young man.
Sao em xem biết đâu?
That is hurt. And low pipes.
Trying to get run over by that thing. Yeah, I'm losing that one.
Now there's some live oak branches over the canal, and on the top surface of these live oak branches is a plant that's called resurrection fern. This dies back with a lack of water. Rain the next day is a lush green.
down there.
there. देखो उसके पास स्टेयर्स लगेंगे ट्री पे
Here we are in Lake Virginia. To my far right, in the center of Rollins College, is an old chapel. We'll have a closer look at the old chapel as we swing around Lake Virginia here. The architect of that chapel is also the architect of this chapel at the West Point Military Academy, Mr. Grant.
Have a good one, officer.
I'm the only one, by the way, in the scenic boat tour history of 1938 to receive a ticket. I'm the only one. Somebody took their life jacket off, and they picked up on that and they wrote me a ticket. You know, captain of the boat. You know. So keep those life jackets on. The state to my left was originally built by the Winter Park Men's Club for Rollins College as a music conservatory. The property on my left is the beginning of 194 acres that Dr. Genius purchased at the turn of last century for $2.50 an acre. Wow. Not too long ago, the Genius Foundation released 150 acres to build home sites on. Some of this property is going to sell in excess of $2 million an acre on an inflation factor. Now the property on my left is around 159 acres that Dr. Genius purchased at the turn of last century for $2.50 an acre. Wow. Not too long ago, the Genius Foundation released 150 acres to build home sites on. Some of this property we call it this, and wind farms out and about. Here, for the most part, were built back in the late 1920s, costing around $24,000, which was a lot of money in that day and time. The homes were a lot smaller, mostly for winter occupancy. They have evolved into full year-round estates of today, and they range in value now anywhere from $500,000 to several millions of dollars. A good boathouse today sells for anywhere between $40,000 and $50,000. So you can't even buy a boathouse today for what you bought the home property and boathouse for back in the good old days. Now Rollins College to my right here, 70 acres of campus, was founded back in 1885, and it's the first college in the state of Florida. It has evolved to number one in the southeastern part of the United States in the humanity and liberal arts disciplines. They also teach theatrical arts and the various business science-related courses here as well. Now the annual tuition here at Rollins College is around $64,000 a year, which pays for everything. Back in 1885, annual tuition was $28, yeah. Of a freshman class of 520 students, they had over 4,000 applicants. So Rollins College can be very selective as to the scholastic standing of the students that attend here. The building with a sharp-pointed roof, that's the Olin Library for Rollins College. They have over several $100,000 for the boathouse facility approaching on my left, the Alfonso Boathouse. Right behind the Alfonso Boathouse is a red tile roof, one-story building. This is part of the Cornell Museum of Fine Arts. This is open every day except Monday, and it's the leading collegiate art museum in the country. They have around 6,000 pieces of artwork on display in there, various shapes, sizes, and forms. Recently, this museum has been doubled in size. That's the gymnasium for Rollins College on my left. Rollins does very well for a college its size in the sports arena, especially the water sports, all this Great Lake water to practice. The beach to my left is Virginia Beach. It's a public beach. It's open every day and it's free of charge. This used to be the location of the sawmill during the logging days. They had a narrow gauge railroad that would haul the lumber away to the Dinky Line. That's the dock to my left. They cut the name, the Dinky Dock. That's the Dinky Dock part of a Heimer boat facility. Seven-story building. Used to be the Sutton Apartments, and now it's a dorm. We're going to re-enter back into the Venetian Fern Canal, go back over to Lake Osceola. The debris that we're seeing in the trees here is called Spanish moss. Well, that's an air plant, not a parasite plant, not hurt the tree at all. But boy, is it loaded with eggs, larvae, and red bugs. Back in the old days, used to stuff mattresses and automobile upholstery with this stuff. And you know the story. Don't let the bed bugs bite. That's where it came from. Ford Motor Company had one of their first recalls. Removed the Spanish moss and replaced it with cotton. The plant of water's edge in front of this is called Egyptian Papyrus. Back in the Bible days, the Egyptians made paper out of this. They still do today. The reeds of this plant were used to make a little basket that baby Moses was released down the Nile River in. The Egyptian papyrus presenting the Fern Canal. The orange tree-like flowers on the left are called pagoda. Approaching on my right, hiding behind the elephant ears there, is an attack frog. Folks, it's not alive. I told the other day, it grows. Now I've got a bamboo on the right, resurrection fern on the upper surface of the tree. And we have a low tree here. Please be mindful. Everybody down. headers hurt. The flowering vine on the other side of the bridge is called Bougainvillea. I call it Bougainvillea, where it has thorns, 1 inch long. Good security vine. Bougainvillea. And again, a low bridge. Everybody down, coming to a town. Low bridge. Headers hurt. And again, please enjoy the 150-year-old live oak tree. Notice the resurrection fern and the Spanish moss. Loblolly pine tree on the right. Calcutta bamboo up in front of us on the left. Timber bamboo on the left grows about 15 inches a month. Very fast growing timber bamboo. Now approaching on the left is the Alvin Pulaski Sculpture Museum of Fine Art. This is open every day except Monday. Mr. Pulaski came from Czechoslovakia back in 1901 when he was 22 years old. Accomplished over 400 paintings from Czechoslovakia back in 1901 when he was 22 years old. Accomplished over 400 pieces of artwork that is scattered throughout the world. Here's some of the examples in the backyard. The estate to my left was built 15 years ago, and it took them forever to build the lower part of that estate. Reason being, is being a full basement there. That's the rarity for it. Looking from the Western Water Congo, to the right of it, that pavilion belongs to the United Methodist Church of Winter Park. They enjoy their evening. And I certainly appreciate that. Awful nice of you. One final note I'd like to add, if we please remain seated so we get the boat tied up, because I do bounce around a little bit, in case you lose your footing. And you see the gentleman at the dock waiting for me, and I do my best to try to pull him in.
Welcome back, everyone. Skipper Dan is going to grab that door for you guys. Thank you so much for spending your Sunday with us today.